Hi guys! Welcome to Lines in Between podcast where we talk about faith, mental health, and all the in-betweens. I'm Kat.
I'm Jet and driving.
And today we're gonna have a conversation on how to share the gospel through conversations. This is actually a personal conversation that we had back in 2024. I wanted it to be a podcast episode because it was so impactful in my own personal journey of sharing the gospel that I wanted to be shared to you. So, let's start off with this question, Bobby. What does sharing the gospel mean to you?
Ano pala akong drink? Sharing the gospel means to me at this point, siguro loving God and loving other people. Mainly yun yung reason why I do it, why I would do it, and why I still do it. And, ganun siya to me. Why did you ask?
I asked because that is the topic of our conversation. Sharing the gospel.
Sorry.
No,
Joke lang.
I meant to say na it's important that we establish what it means for you. So, sa'yo pala, sharing the gospel means loving God and loving other people. Do you still remember the first time you shared your faith to someone? How did it go? Ano nangyari?
Sorry, natawa ko. Kasi naalala ko noon, random evangelism yun from a training. Summer training siya na so wala kaming pasok sa school. Punta kami sa church and then meron kaming leadership training and then after nung training na yun, meron kaming assignment sa dulo doing random evangelism. May mga people na mapupunta sa school, may mapupunta sa residential areas, meron din mapupunta sa mall. So we have 2 days to do that. Bakit 2 days? Kasi for example, hindi ka nakapag-share today. Wala ka nahanap ganyan na person na share. Random evangelism yun, pupunta ka sa mga places nearby lang dun sa church. Meron ka pang next day na pwede mo lang gawin. So ako, na-assigned ako first day sa mall. Sa ano ako na-assign? Sa Robinson. So, ako hoping ako, ma-assign ako sa school. Kasi nga yun yung parang pinakamadali. Daming bata doon. So, uto-utuin mo lang.
No, hindi yun to. Joke lang namin yun.
Sabi, may pa-disclaimer talaga. Ha? Pero,
Siyempre.
back then, yun yung nasa isip ko. Parang, siyempre, to me, assignment yun eh. So, parang, ang nasa isip ko lang, how to get it done. Paano ko ba gagawin to? Ganyan. So that I can have this assignment finished and well done. So, first day ako dun ako sa mall. Hindi ko maisip sinong lalapitan ko, sinong kakausapin ko, sino yung shesheran ko. Ganyan. May mga kasama ako na magawa lang din nila yung assignment namin. Sinara niya yung guard. Yung guard na hindi laging pinapasukan yung yung entrance. Meron nag-share sa tawag dito. Siyempre, Robinsons hindi naman cyber zone yun. Sinaran niya yung isang nasa nagtitinda ng phone. So ako, feeling ko nalileft out na ako. Parang, behind na ako. Sila may sinasharan na ako. Wala pa. Hanggang sa wala ako na-sharan that day. Kasi nga para akong kinakain ng, saan ba dito? Napaparalyze na ako. Sino ba talaga yung sharan ko dito? Sino yung pwede kong lapitan dito na masharan ng ganso? So, kinakain ako ng hiya, kinakain na ako ng I don't want to sound weird. Ayoko maging parang ewan, kasi baka matandaan ako nito. Lagi ako nandito sa Robinson. Parang common place ko yung Robinson. Lagi ako napunta doon. Basically, hindi ko na-sharean. Wala akong na-sharean ng gospel day na yun. Kasi, na-paralyzed ako. So, umuwi ako, frustrated, ganyan. Pero knowing na meron pang bukas. Pero, frustrated ako syempre. Parang ano yun Thursday and Friday. So, may Friday pa. Tapos, pagbalik namin sa training, nag-a-announce na ng mga may nasyaran, ganito ganyan. Meron doon na bumalik pa ng church para kumuha pa ng mga booklet, parang pang 9 na yung sinasyaran niya. Gano'n, nag-share siya sa Tom's World, nag-share siya sa food court, gano'n. So frustrated ako, bakit di ko magawa yung mga gano'n? Hindi ko mapuntahan yung mga then naiinggit ako, sabi ko, bakit gano'n ang passionate niya mag-share ng gospel, paano niya nagagawa yun? Which is kinabukasan hanggang pinag-pray ko, sabi ko, Lord, gusto mo ma-share ako ng gospel. Na-assign naman ako residential yung tapat mo Robinson, yung isang diretso na yun, nilulusatan natin. Punta ako doon sa may isang apartment, common gate. Tapos meron doon na lalaki na tatanggal siya ng mga sinampay, ganyan siya. Tapos katok ako sa gate, ito ba pwede to? Katok ako sa gate, pag kuya, meron tong tatanong, meron po yung mga 15 minutes, ganyan yung tanong. Sabi niya, meron naman, ginagawa po ba kayo? So yan, pagdating doon, buksan niya ako ng gate, tapos pasok ako saglit, ganyan. Sabi niya, wait lang dito, pasok ko lang to sinampay. So paglabas niya, buhat niya anak niya, kasi wala yatang bantay sa loob. So, sinaran ko siya, tsaka yung anak niya, baby pa yung anak niya. Meron kaming parang booklet na may 4
truths.
4 truths, meaningful truths sa buhay natin. Sinare ko sa kanya. Sinare ko yung, alam mo ba, nalang kanigan, tuloy-tuloy yung mga truth na sinare ko sa kanya. Tapos kalagitnaan, nandun na sa bandang sinfulness na natin bilang tao, may tumawag sa telepono niya, wait lang papasok mo na ako sagutin ko lang yung tawag, ganyan. Paglabas niya, may dala na siya na may biscuit na siya, hawak yung anak niya, may dala na siyang magic flakes, ganyan. Tapos di tinuloy ko, tuloy ko lang po yung ang awkward nun, grabe. Kasi nandun ako natigil sa sa alam niyo po ba na lahat tayo nagkasala pag wala pong tao na hindi. So ako po, tsaka po tapos pasok siya sa loob ng bahay, tapos sinagot niya, ayun na nga. Pagbalik niya, ulitin ko lang po ulit, na-stop tayo na, alam niyo po ba, lahat tayo karoon na kasalanan. So feeling ko, wala nang impact yun, na cut off na parang sobrang passionate ko pa nun kasi nga galing ako sa
Training.
hindi, galing ako sa day na wala akong nasya. Sabi ko, ito na yung moment. Yan naman, wala akong, tapos parang mahinginig pa ako kasi nga ito na yun gusto ko na matapos kasi parang yun na yun, natapos ko na yung assignment ko, tapos parang nabulilya siya pa. Hanggang sa natapos ko, na-share ko yung gospel sa kanya hanggang dulo. Hanggang sa na-accept niya na po ba si Jesus, yung tinanong ko siya. Nag-oo na lang siya. Tapos parang after nun, yung biscuit pala na hawak ng bata, hindi para sa bata yun. Pakonsuelo niya na lang pala sa akin yun. Sabi niya, papa, di ko pa kumakain. Sa'yo to. Yung niya ako 2 pirasong magic flakes na 2 balot. So ako, para akong nag-iisip ako nun, sabi ko, napakinggan niya kaya talaga yung gospel.
O naawa lang siya sa'yo.
Oo. Parang, alam mo naman, before ka pa magkagusto sa akin, alam mo naman yung tsura ko nun.
Papayat siya. Payat talaga siya nun.
Pero, yung time na yun, parang, wala na akong pakialam. At least sabi ko na lang dun sa isip ko, natapos ko yung assignment ko, okay na ako, balik na ako dun sa may mare-report na ako. Yan, yun yung first time ko i-share yung gospel sa isang person. And parang natatawa ko pag naalala ko. Kaya kanina tinanong mo, natatawa ako eh.
Okay, na-mention mo kanina. Actually, that's a funny story. First time ko marinig yung story na yan, kung kanino mo unang na-share yung gospel and yung faith mo kay God. You mentioned na you feel weird, especially nung sa Robinson. Di ba, naalala mo yun? Yung sinabi mo kanina na nung nasa Robinson ka, na-weirdohan ka kasi feeling mo makikilala ka ng mga taong nandoon na baka isipin nila, weird ka. So why do you think some of us feel awkward or scared to have conversations about God, about our faith, and about the gospel?
Feeling ko, it's normal to feel that way. Especially when you don't know the essence of it.
Oh.
Tingin ko, walang hindi naka-feel. Everyone feels that way. And I'm sharing that story so that it may resonate to everyone who felt that way also. As in, parang ito nga kulang pala yung isang detail na nakakatawa pa. Dalawa kami nun magkatabi, naghahanap kami left and right. Tapos may nakita siya doon sa hanggang sa nagagawa na lang kami. So, ako na dyan.
Dalawa kayong person and then nag-agawan kayo sa shesheran.
Oo. Ako na lang. Ganyan. Para kasi gusto namin matapos ni assignment. Ganyan. Tapos ayun, nung time na rin na yun, hindi ko rin alam. Feeling ko, ang weird ko ng person kasi pumunta ako sa isang place tapos nagsishare ako ng about God, ganyan. And it's not something na parang ako as a person before, mga kumakatok sa bahay, iniilagat ko. Kasi nagmula ako sa school na ganun yung ginagawa niya. Parang on a weekday, teacher ko sila sa mga ganitong subjects. Tapos parang there's one Saturday na kumatok sila sa bahay namin. Tapos parang akala ko nagra-random visit sila ng estudyante, kakamustahin kami sa bahay. Actually, yun din yung nila pala, yun yung intro nila, parang student po namin si Jethro, ganyan. Gusto lang namin siya kamustahin dito sa bahay, ganyan. Para malaman namin yung niya, status niya dito sa bahay. So akala ko ganun din siya. Pagpasok nila, yun biglang kamustahan, ganyan. Kumusta po ba? Kinakamusta po kay Lola. I miss you, Lola.
I miss you, Lola.
Ayun, si Lola nandun, tapos kinakamusta ako ng mga teacher ko sa Lola ko. Hanggang sa umakyat ako ng bahay. Tapos pagbaba ko, iinom ako ng tubig. Narinig ko, ang pinag-uusapan nila, Bible, ganyan. Niniwala po ba kayo na may buhay na may
walang hanggan?
Hindi, na buhay na may mag-uli. Buhay na mag-uli, ganyan. Parang mabubuhay ka ulit after na
being born again.
Oo, ganyan. So ako nawi-weirdan na ako sa kanila. Teacher ko sila on the weekdays. Tapos sa weekends, yun yung may encounter sa kanila. So parang meron akong ganun in my mind. Nagiging ganun na ba ako ngayon? parang gano'n na ba yung magiging role ko ngayon sa society? Mangangatok na ba ako ng bahay tapos gagambalain ko sila? Kasi to me noon, nanggagambala sila ng household.
Okay.
Meaning, we didn't ask for that. Pero, you came into our home. So, parang ganun yung feeling ko noon. Bata pa ako. Parang pumasok kayo sa amin, kinutok namin. We don't wanna hear that naman. Tapos, sinisharean nyo kami ng ganyan. May iba kaming religion, ganyan. Iba simbahan namin. So, parang ganun yung feeling sa amin. So, parang sa weird naman ng mga tao na to, pinupush nila yung ano nila sa amin. So, kahit na hindi yun yung intention nila, yun yung na-feel ko. So, parang ako, dahil meron akong ganun in my mind, feeling ko ganun na rin ako dun, nung time na yun sa Robinson. Parang ayoko maging like them.
Kaya you felt weird.
Oo, ganun. I don't want to be like them. Parang my friends don't want them. My feeling ko that time, the society don't want that kind of people. So, ganun yung ganun yung nagkukos sa akin na feeling ko ang weird ko na person. Parang, yun yung siguro, doon nagro-root yung nafe-feel ko that time. Bakit ang dami mo naman sa akin?
Kasi gusto natin i-share sa kanila kung ano yung view mo about sharing the gospel through conversations. So, you mentioned na yung mga teachers mo that time, although well-meaning sila, they were in your home and you didn't want them there naman. Kumbaga sila lang talaga yung nagpunta. In our time today, how do you think we can bring up conversations about faith, about God, naturally, without forcing it, yung hindi pilit?
I think, you don't have to be a pastor to do that naman. You don't have to be in a great role in church or be a leader to do that. You can do it in your very, very small circle of influence. Tawag dito. Sobrang hard nung question ni answer kasi marami tayong ways na parang this might invalidate people na hindi, nag-work naman yung ganitong way nag-work naman yung random evangelism, nag-work naman yung mga labit ako, nag-work naman yung makita ko ng bus, may nasa-save naman sa ganon. So parang I don't think I have the best way or right way, but what I think is this is another way and I prefer to do it this way.
Okay.
So ayan na, parang establish natin na ako lang yun.
Yes.
I prefer to do it this way. Balikan natin yung reason why, so that alam din natin saan nanggagaling yung way na yun. So, ang reason ko kanina why I want to share the gospel, why I still share the gospel today, and why I want to share the gospel is because I love God and I love other people. But I know I have human limitations. My voice is limited also. Na kung sino makakarinig nun, hindi naman ako sikat. Hindi naman ako big influencer.
Excuse me, hindi ka pa sikat. Hindi pa.
Sisikat
I'm
pa ako
just
dito.
kidding.
I mean ganun. With siguro magbabago rin siya kung magkaroon ng ganong change in my life. Siyempre sa ganung ano naman, I cannot have a conversation with everyone kung for example, ngayon 10 yung nakikinig sa akin, then biglang in the future, we don't know, going Trinilord, hindi, I mean, ano, dumami talaga to the point na it will fill a room. I cannot have a conversation naman with all of them. So I don't think this is the parang the ultimate way.
Yes.
But to me, I prefer it this way. Kahit na maging ganun din yung situation ng life, I'd still do it this way.
Okay.
Sa mga people closest to my circle of influence.
Yeah. So
Kasi
you're establishing it.
Oo, na yun yung magiging default way ko.
Okay.
Ganun. Parang speaking to multitudes, it's just an alternative.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, ganun. So parang hindi dahil mas marami na yung reach, ganyan. Magiging ano na lang ako. Ganito na lang, marami naman nakapakinig. I still prefer yung nakikilala mo yung tao, nalalaman mo yung life niya, yung naiintindihan mo why the gospel is hindi pa na-establish sa buhay ng person. Ganon. So parang siguro naalala ko lang rin yung share ko sa'yo nung nasa festival mall tayo.
Okay, so nagkaroon kasi kami ng conversation nasa Festival Mall, Alabang kami. Nakatambay lang kami dun sa may gitna. Diba?
Sa may, ano ba, ilog ba yun?
Ano ba yun? Man-made, ano ba yun? Hindi namin alam kung ano yun.
Basta yun.
Yun, nakatambay lang kami doon. Then we had this serious conversation about sharing the gospel. And this is what he shared to me.
Ayun, sabi ko nga parang the first question is not alam, parang yung mga tanong ko nung unang beses ako nag-share ng gospel. That's not the first question pala to ask.
What were those questions?
Yung tawag dito, alam niyo po ba na, alam mo ba na love ka ni God? Ganyan.
Or if I may add, yung alam mo ba kung saan ka mapupunta
Oo.
kapag namatay ka?
And parang hindi rin pala conversation starter yung kung may tatanong ka kay God, ano yun? Survey lang po.
We're not saying it doesn't work.
Parang sa akin lang, I feel like I'm a weird person doing that.
Kami lang yun.
And I feel like, hindi ko na-hit yung essence why I'm doing it. I'm sharing the gospel to that person. My question would be, given na nandun na kayo napunta na kayo sa topic na of faith, whatever way man yun. Ibang usapan yung how to actually walang how to lead a conversation towards the gospel. Parang mapupunta ka talaga dun sa part na ipipilit mo na lang na mapunta dun. Pero once na meron kang makitang opportunity, like alam niya to, meron akong classmate before na nagtanong, Jet, naglalaro lang sila ng ML, tapos bigla, Jet, ano nga ba yung storya nung prodigal son? Di ba yung kuya niya yung masama doon? Parang ganun. So ako parang, ting! Okay na. Parang nagtatalo kasi sila, sino daw yung masama doon, alin yung prodigal son, ganyan. Parang, ang ganda rin ng point nung kaklase ko na yun, kasi sabi niya, pero 'di ba parang ang unfair dun sa sa kuya niya kasi siya yung nagstay, siya yung nag-alaga sa tatay ganyan.
Okay, Bob.
Hindi kaya ko nasabi kasi
sorry, tumawa ko kasi si Bobby pag nag-share siya, madami siyang commercial.
oo.
Pero may essence yan. May gusto siyang puntahan.
Hindi kaya ko na-share yun kasi merong mga signals na pwede mong gamitin. And given na nandun ka na nga, ayan, sila, or something na na-bring up, natanong mo sa kanila, ano ba yung, what do they believe in? or na-bring up nila, basta nagpunta kayo dun sa conversation na yun, huwag yun pakawalan yun. Yung time na yun. And ask them questions that will bring out yung reason why they don't want to believe in Jesus, reason why they haven't heard about Jesus, reasons why they don't like Jesus, reasons why they don't like Christians, reasons about why they hate God. I do ask these things kahit na hindi pa true, because they will be the one to establish that, hindi ikaw, hindi ako. Parang lagi kong ina-assume this person hates God, this person doesn't want Jesus, this person haven't heard of Jesus. Basically, parang lahat ng person na kausap ko, ganun ko inaano. So that when I ask a person, they will clarify.
Yes.
Sila magsasabi. Parang, I ask questions like, give me reasons why you would hate God. If they hate God, they will give you reasons why they hate God. Kasi when I ask that person, alam mo yung mga naririnig ko, why would I want a God na ano yung term na yun? Patriarch? Diba? Patriarch. Why would I want God na sobrang petty that will kill women and children and entire generation just because hindi siya nasunod? Those things seem parang will shock you, pero it's an important answer. Kasi when they reject you, kung nag-ano ka na diretso ka na lang mag-share ng gospel mo, mahal ka ni God, ganito, ganyan. Those thoughts are already in their mind habang nakikinig sa'yo. And they were ready to reject you at the end of your piece. At the end of your speech, ready na sila to reject you. And that is the reason.
Yeah, may reasons na kasi sila.
Na hindi mo natanong una pa lang.
But if you know, at least you know where to come from when you share the gospel.
Well, parang alam mo, parang ready na sila i-reject ka dahil galit sila kay God. Na hindi mo pala alam kasi hindi mo tinanong yung mga reasons na yun.
Okay.
Na-share mo na yung gospel in a generic way. In a way na everyone hates. Yeah. In a way na naririnig mo na parang robot. Praktisado and kabisado mo na kung paano.
Okay. Just to clarify, we are not against the way the gospel is being shared in the church culture that we have. We are just challenging the current way to share it. We are challenging it by presenting not a better way, but a new way that we can share Jesus to other people. And that is through everyday conversations.
And actually, hindi nga yung new way. Feeling ko forgotten way lang yun.
Yeah, it could be. It could be forgotten.
Feeling ko dun din talaga nag-start.
Maybe nagkaroon lang ng structure. Yeah.
Feeling ko dun din naman nag-start nung sinashare yung balita na merong person na namatay for you. And you know that person loves you so much. Feeling ko dun din nag-start yung early church through conversations. Kasi they are meeting, diba, almost every day to talk about it. And it feels new ngayon kasi matagal na siyang hindi nakapractice. And matagal na siyang hindi na-experience. Kasi ako hindi ko na-experience yung gano'n. Yung ganung way. I accepted Christ during a preaching. During a sermon.
Same time.
So, hindi ko na-experience yung someone But I would really appreciate if someone came to me, inalam niya yung life ko, ganyan. Kasi noon during a sermon, parang very personal siya with God. It feels like God is talking to me about me. Na I know you, I don't have to ask those questions. You can tell me how you feel right now about your life, and I forgive you. This man is what this man is telling you is the truth. I died for you because I love you, and all of your sins are paid in full, and I want you to be with me someday when I come. So parang that way ko rin na accept si Christ. But I would really appreciate if a person, a friend, ganyan na inalam saan ang gagaling yung heart that time.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you finished
Mhm.
talking about how to share the gospel through conversation?
Yes.
So what do you do when someone debates you or has negative reaction towards you?
Actually,
Okay.
kasi meron akong experience naman na good debate and a
Terrible debate.
pointless debate as in about Jesus. So parang meron kaming isang outreach before na meron akong person na na-handle. Tapos, I was sharing the gospel to this person. Tapos, wala siyang ginawa kundi i-question sa akin if the Bible what I was using, I think valid naman at some point, pero at some point din nakita ko na pointless conversation pala to.
Okay. What did he do? He challenged the
He
credibility of the Bible?
I-challenge the credibility of the version ng Bible na ginagamit ko for
Okay.
reference na
Okay.
parang for the wages of sin is death, yun ganyan. Anong version yan? Ganyan. Ng Bible. Ganyan. So, parang sobrang passionate pala ng person na yon sa history ng church. Alam niya yung Council of Carthage. Alam niya yung nag-compile
talaga?
ng canon ng canonical version ng Bible. Tapos parang nasabi kong pointless conversation siya kasi because hindi yung gospel yung gusto niyang pag-usapan. He just want to talk
okay.
about it.
Okay.
To add ng knowledge about doon.
So, intellectual conversation
Oo.
yung gusto
Gusto niya lang ng intellectual conversation about it.
Okay.
Which hindi ako capable at that time.
Okay.
No? So parang darag na darag talaga ako noon
Okay.
na hindi ko alam yung mga sinasabi niya, ganyan. Parang babanggit pa siya ng Martin Luther King. Yan. Mga historical figures in
Na-imagine kita na dinarag niya.
Oo. So hindi naman ako parang pushed away by that. But after kasi nung reach out, ganun. So parang
Anong reach out?
parang yan recollection. Yung mga student din. Parang tinatawanan ako nung isa naming leader ba nung time na yun. Kasi nung nag-organize kasi yearly pala siya ganun. Oo, yearly pala siya ganun na merong nabibiktima yung person na yun na wants to have a debate about it.
Okay.
So, it depends.
Okay.
So, kailangan kong i-gauge if the debate ba is the person wants to challenge the parang wants to challenge on what level.
Okay.
Is it sa level of facts ba? Level ng experience ba? Wants to challenge yung truth in the Bible na hindi nag-a-align sa experiences nila. Basically, ano pa din. If there's the chance to understand the person na debating with me, I would love to have a debate with him. Kasi, kung paramihan ng knowledge about the Bible, about the history, paramihan ng knowledge about the verses, the context, ganyan. I don't think there's point in that. There's no point proving who knows more and who don't. But if the debate is rooting from I don't think God is real because the truth of His love, kunyari, doesn't align with what is happening in our world. Bakit may war? Bakit may
Hunger.
Bakit may hunger? Bakit may inaalaw na tawag dito, na injustice? Yun yung mga bagay na I would love to talk about with that person because those concerns are valid.
Yeah. Okay, basically, if I'm correct, what you're trying to say is there is a debate na pointless if it only leads to knowledge without the application of love.
Oh?
And there is a debate na valid or there's a conversation na valid when it seeks the truth, the ultimate truth. So how do you respond when someone debates you or has negative reaction towards you when you share the gospel? How can the people who listen respond when they face such circumstances?
I do listen to what they want to say.
Really? Even if they debate you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's the point eh. They wanna be heard.
Okay.
And you want to hear that also. You
Okay.
want to hear what they want to say. You need to want to hear what they want to say. Because it's not only you na merong magandang sasabihin. There are questions na bakit ganito, bakit ganyan. They deserve an answer. And si Lord I know si Lord yung dapat tinatanong nila doon, pero alam mo, they have good questions.
Even
Na-
valid ones.
That's why I have a friend na agnostic. I have a friend na
Totoo yan, guys.
ano, na I'm really good friends with.
Okay.
Hindi nagka-clash yung belief namin because they can say whatever they want to say and I will listen. They can express their thoughts in a with assurance na hindi ka maka-harm dito. You can express if you're mad sa God na pinapaniwalaan mo, you can express that. You won't be offended, I won't be offended. That's what you're gonna say is valid here. I wanna listen because there's a reason bakit nila nasasabi yun eh. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na ito lang yung truth na katapat niyan.
Bible verse.
Oo, ito lang yung Bible verse na pangontra dyan. It's not about countering their opinions. It's not about negating their feelings. It's about listening where they're coming from.
That's true.
Kasi kung maintindihan mo where they're coming from, and you would understand also bakit di sila makapaniwala sa gospel eh. If you're in their shoes, you're gonna respond the same way. And if you don't respond the same way, well, that's good for you. And if you think you can help that person to see things in your perspective, na hindi ka magre-respond that way, then by all means,
Help that person.
help that person kung meron siyang tawag dito, kung inaalaw ka niya na pag-usapan yun, inaalaw ka niya na sige, gusto kong makita yung perspective mo, parang gano'n. sige, convince me, bakit hindi dapat ganito yung pagtingin ko sa scenario na to. Parang there's a lot of layers in that, and the least thing you can do is to listen, and you will grow from the a lot. Siguro dun mo rin makikita na this person will appreciate the gospel if i-share ko sa kanya in this perspective.
Okay. Okay, so it's not all the time that faith conversations come up. How do we show Jesus or the love of Christ to other people even when faith conversations don't directly come up?
It's a challenging question. Kasi it might not come up, di ba? Kung hindi ka mag-start ng conversations about it. Pero you can do either way. You can either start a conversation about it. That's the simplest answer to that. Simula ka ng conversation about it.
Okay.
Which is another
Another podcast episode.
How to start a conversation about Jesus, ganyan. Kasi there's a lot to uncover din doon. There are a lot of layers to peel din doon sa part na yun. But that's the simplest answer doon. Kung hindi nagka-come up talaga, ilang years na ganyan, and I don't think it's weird na, alam mo, ilang taon na tayo magkaibigan, hindi ko pa nasi-share sa'yo yung kilala mo na ba ako talaga? Sabi niya, kilala na kita, ganito ganyan. Well, kung talagang kilala mo, alam mo ba na I'm passionate about something. Sige nga, ano yung mga bagay na passionate ako about. If that person, misses yung answer na, alam mo, nakikita ka lagi ka pumupunta sa church, lagi kang ganito, lagi ka na lang Jesus. Siyempre, hindi niya nakikita sa life mo na ganun ka significant yung faith mo for the two of you to talk about it. So, parang ganun siya na yun lang nakikita ko. Tawag dito, what do you know about me? Let's start it that way. Okay, here's something you don't know about me, and let me share something sa'yo. Yun, parang mais. Sorry. Tingin ko ganun. Yun yung not only not every time faith conversation comes up, but there's a way kung paano mag-come up yun. Okay. Siguro ganun ako. Siguro hindi ko tatanungin yung person ng question na, alam mo ba na mahal ka ni God? Kasi alam ko narinig niya na yun many times. Kaya nga, to sum it up, not every time magka-come up yung faith conversation, but I know you will care enough to start that conversation sa person na yun that you care about. Doon pa rin sisimula yan yung love mo for that person.
But how do you show Jesus to that person if it doesn't come up?
How do you show?
Yes.
The best way to show yun is yung how yung relationship nyo looks like usually. Ganun.
Okay.
Parang present ka lang ba sa buhay niya pagka okay siya, ganyan. May napapakinabangan ka. Present ka ba sa buhay niya sa mga times na merong milestone, something to celebrate? And do you root for them? For some people, it really matters. Na kahit hindi kayo ganun ka-close, hindi kayo but you root for them in life. You hope the best in them. It matters to them. Yung mga maliliit na bagay na yun matters. You treat them well with kindness. You treat them with respect. Basic human decency. Yan. So, I mean tawag dito. You treat them how Jesus would treat them. If Jesus is their friend. Kasi yun yung yun yung role natin to reflect yung likeness ni God. Nakaka-flatter marinig yung ito hindi ako nag-gaya pa. Tablip mo na lang that time. Meron parang tawag dito. Sobrang random. Nakaupo kami sa classroom. Bigla siyang lumingon, tinanong niya ako. Jet, Christian ka ba? Tapos
Wow.
Hindi nga. Natatawa ako pag naalala ko yun. Jet, Christian ka ba?
Wow.
Tapos ako, medyo pa ako ganyan. Parang ko to parang pagtitripan ako nito sa isip ko lang. Sabi, tinatanong mo na ano bang meaning mo ng Christian? Wala. Christian ka ba? Sabi ko, ano nga meaning mo ng Christian? Kasi parang magulo pa ako ng kahit naman yan ang gulo ko. Hanggang sa sabi ng Jet, Christian ka ba? Kasi tinanong ko ano bang meaning ng Christian para sa'yo? Parang kung meaning mo na yung nag-church ganyan, hindi mo naman ako nakita mo church, pray ganyan. Sabi niya wala, lang, hindi ko ma-explain, basta halata lang.
Wow.
Well, joke.
Grabe.
Hindi, joke lang. Pero yan, namit mo rin si Raymond, di ba? Sabi din ni Raymond sa'yo nung namit ka niya, nung kami senior high, never nila ako maaya uminom, never nila ako maaya magbisyo, mag-yosi, or basta andun ako sa kanila bilang kaibigan.
So
Wala rin akong naging
basically,
girlfriend, di ba?
it's how you live your life.
Maybe sila na yung mga kasagot.
No, I meant na the answer to the question is how you live your life.
They're watching.
They're watching, yeah. We mentioned this in the previous podcast episode, which if you haven't watched, what are you doing? No, we mentioned this in the previous podcast episode that people around us, they're watching. And for us Christians, I feel like people expect more from us. So, it doesn't necessarily have to come up. Faith conversations don't necessarily have to come up directly. Sometimes, how you share the gospel is how you live your life. And how you live it as if living out the gospel that you want to share. So, I want to answer very short lang question that was sent to us It's, do you still have the energy to share the gospel if a person has denied you? And my answer to that is, you have to ask the question, why was I denied? Why was I rejected when I shared the gospel? It's because you have to assess where that person is coming from. Is it first personal decision? Second, is it from the way that you said it? Are you being too pushy when you share the gospel? Third, is it a valid reason? Diba? So you have to ask these questions before concluding na siguro ito yung reason kung ba't niya ako dininay. Kasi baka meron ka ring something na i-improve pa sa pag-share mo ng gospel. The whole point of this podcast episode is that maybe there is still an area in our evangelism or in our sharing the gospel or sharing our faith. Maybe there is still an area that we can improve on. Maybe there is still an area that we can have a new perspective on, or a perspective na revive, na buhay. Diba? Sabi mo nga kanina, it's the forgotten way, kumbaga, to share the gospel. So that's what I would tell that person, na it's not about having energy. It's about asking the right questions sa sarili mo, dun sa tao na yon. And dun mo makuha yung sagot, bakit ba ako na-reject? And from that, you can move forward. Na, kasi ganito, if yung person na yun, nireject ka niya because of a personal choice, then you leave it up to God. Second, if nireject ka niya because of the way that you shared it, hindi mo kasi siya naintindihan, paano kung ganun? Maybe it's time for you to reassess kung paano ka mag-share ng gospel. Maybe it's time that you actively listen. So, pangatlo, kung valid naman yung reason tulad ng sinasabi mo kanina, hindi na-experience si God because of suffering, kumbaga, hindi na-experience yung love ni God. Kung valid naman yung reason, maybe you can find a way to make a person see na nandun yung pagmamahal ni God even in the midst of suffering. So, that's my answer to that question. Do you have anything to add, or maybe a short encouragement to the people who will listen to this?
Ayun, siguro dalawa lang sa akin. First is to ask the reason, yung mga reasons why. Kasi yan din yung reason nila kung bakit you're gonna have a hard time sharing the gospel to this person. And pangalawa, sa akin is, don't focus too much on what is the best way, ganyan. Because you're not trying to the goal is not to kailangan tumanggap tong person to. Hindi yan yung goal. The goal is to understand that person and love that person.
Yeah.
And from that love, then ka magmumula. Why you would want to share the gospel to sa person eh. Mamaya, share ng gospel, di mo naman pala mahal yung tao. Tapos, di mo pala kayang mahalin din yung tao, di ka pala capable mahalin yung tao dun sa nararanasan niya. Share ka lang share ng gospel. Again, they will always listen
If they know you care.
not how much you know, but how much you care. Yan lang.
Okay, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Thank you so much for watching this podcast episode. If you enjoyed, hit the like button and share this to your friends, to your family, and to your social media if this has impacted you. Again, this has been Jet and Kat. Bye!
Bye!